Hello, Popoki here. It's been a while. Today I am going to be showing you something rare. A good hunter exotic. That's crazy, I know, but in Heresy, we have things like this. So, sealed Ahamkara grasps got changed. Before, they were useless. They've been useless. But they got a new perk that is really, really strong, but it's a little complicated. So, I'm going to try to explain it quickly here before I get into the rest of the build. So to boil it down, if you get a powered melee kill or a finisher, you just get 25% bonus damage for all your guns on a timer. And if you get a kill within that timer and swap your weapon, it recharges the timer back to, I think it's like a max of 7 seconds, right? So if you use it correctly, they want you to swap between two weapons to keep Nightmare Fuel up, right? But we're not going to do that. We're just going to hold one weapon the entire time, because we can utilize finishers and combination blow to have constant powered melee kills and finishers easily. So you're probably wondering, hey, special ammo, how are you going to get it? That's different than something else, right? So I'm going to show this with Lord of Wolves because it's like the new hotness, right? But I've used this with Choir of One, I've used it with Ergo Sum, I've even used Velocity Baton for it. But basically, the 25% damage boost, which you're going to have all the time, is going to make your weapon super efficient. So it's basically going to cut the ammo you need in half for your special weapon for like ad clear and stuff. So you get multi-kills with your special, drops an orb. It has stacks on stacks, so you get 2 armor charges per orb. And then we have charged up, which means you have a max of 4 stacks of armor charge. So you pick up 2 orbs, get 4 stacks. You finish an enemy, which gives you 50 rounds for Lord of Wolves. That's increased by Solar Scavengers. And then that finisher leaves you with 1 armor charge, which means you only need to pick up 1 orb to get another finisher. But because it's a finisher, it reprocs Nightmare Fuel, which creates this really easy to understand just constant loop of Nightmare Fuel and damage buffs and ammo. Basically allowing you to turn any special weapon into a primary, and it's very good. So this doesn't have like a particular build attached to it, but this is what I am using and it's working really well. So for supers, you can use absolutely anything. I just use Golden Gun because of Celestial swaps and Restoration on orb pickup, which we're going to be picking up a lot of orbs. Gambler's Dodge because of Combination Blow. Now we're only using Combination Blow for easy access to a powered melee kill that has like no cooldown. This is not a punch build. This is not a dodge punch constantly build. I don't like those. We're not doing that. We have Duskfield Grenades so we can stun overloads and unstoppables. We have Threaded Spectre because it's just goated. It got buffed to have like a lot more health and it takes the enemies off of you. We have Stylish Executioner because, you know, you have to have this. It gives you constant invisibility. Lord of Wolves scorches enemies on kill and on hit with the hipfire mode, which means you can technically go invisible every single kill, but it's wishy-washy. For our fragments, running Faceted Protection, so we get a little bit of DR when we're near 3 enemies or more. We got Facet of Hope, which is kind of useless, but if you mess up the loop, having Radiant or Amplified or literally anything is going to give you back your dodge ability to restart the loop again. Facet of Dawn, which is 5 seconds of Radiant when we get a powered melee hit. That is going to pair directly with Nightmare Fuel because you get a powered melee kill, that's 20%, and then Nightmare Fuel is 25%. So you get those 2 stacking at the same time. Then we have Facet of Purpose, which gives us the sustainability from whatever super we choose. I'm using Solar, so it's giving me Restoration. And then we have Facet of Courage, which is needed for any DPS. So when you're popping Celestial or doing whatever, you get a bunch of increased damage. You can swap this off with literally anything if you're not planning on using Golden Gun. So yeah, that's basically the kit I'm using. So yeah. Alright, so we are in my favorite lost sector, Hydroponics, and I'm going to show you how this build works. So first of all, we want to finisher an enemy, or powered melee kill, and we get Nightmare Fuel, which is 25% damage for that timer. So we're going to go for orbs here, right? Oh, finisher, get it. Increases Nightmare Fuel again. So when we have those orbs, right, we can finish an enemy, which is going to not only give us Nightmare Fuel again, but it's going to give us 50 rounds into our Lord of Wolves. And this allows Lord of Wolves to do a crazy amount of damage. I mean, it already does a ton of damage, but yeah, just you get so much ammo because of how efficient Nightmare Fuel makes your special that you can just chain finishers. And the other way to run this build is by using Combination Blow and using it to keep up the timer. So I'm not getting finishers, I am simply getting a powered melee kill to increase the timer, and then when the timer's about to run out, I'll just get kill, and then I immediately have Nightmare Fuel back up. And if you'll notice, I'm still at 260 ammo in my Lord of Wolves. I haven't used any ammo yet, basically, even though I've been shooting this entire time. So see, I got more than 3 orbs, so I'm gonna weaken an enemy, I'm gonna finish it. That's gonna give me my special back, and it's gonna give me Nightmare Fuel. Now, if your teammates are not running this and they're not dumping special, you're going to be making a ton of special for your allies.
Butter jelly the long way. Peanut butter jelly the long way.
And if you're using Lord of Wolves, a method you could use is the aim down sights to reduce how much it fires and makes it more accurate. So you can plan out where your shots are going to land, so you can miss a few to guarantee a finisher on an enemy. So in order to show how good this damage is, I'll just go over to this major here and he's gone. Now you can still proc Nightmare Fuel for your primary just by swapping. So if it comes to like clear up enemies or weaken an enemy for an initial finisher, you can still use Nightmare Fuel as intended,
Now what the hell is
which is cool. And Nightmare Fuel does work on heavy weapons. So if you see here, I'll finish an enemy, hopefully, if they don't die. And then I can swap to my heavy, and I'll get Nightmare Fuel, which will increase its damage by 25%, just like everything else. Not to mention that the stack of Radiant and Nightmare Fuel allows you to absolutely shred just literally anything. I believe a champion would probably be absolutely annihilated by this. So yeah, that's the build. I was able to spam Lord of Wolves like a primary the entire time, have a constant damage buff, and generate special, like, constantly. The damage output is insane, the add clear potential is insane. It's awesome. So that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm trying to do something with On the Prowl, so I'll try to get that out eventually. My Discord will be in the description, and I hope you join it, and I'll see you there. Have a nice day.